Alright, sound check. Hope you guys can hear me. If you can, hello and welcome to the main event of this off-season. 2 hours of Interlagos, 2 hours of me commentating for non-stop. The things I sacrifice to bring entertainment to your screens. It is crazy. But I believe you will see some good racing today. 2 hour races, in my experience, always delivers some really good racing. And hopefully we can see more of that today. Hopefully we won't see any big crashes at the start of this race. Hello Major, welcome to the jungle. I hope you are doing well. I hope the sound is alright for you guys. I remember one of the qualifying I had some troubles with the game being too loud, so hopefully that is fixed. I think I fixed it during qualifying, but if there's a problem, do let me know. And we are about 6 minutes away from the start, if no one's late, but I do see Nacho is having some problems joining, and it looks like we are still 2 people short. Hello Gru, welcome. Daunting. Oh, good to have you guys here with us. This is going to be exciting. I've got a feeling we might see some death at T1, but it's a long race, a very long race, so if you make a mistake, it's not the end of it. So much can happen. Hello Ben, welcome to the party. I've got 5 minutes left. Still need someone to join. I think it is Nacho still that has to join. Yeah, we are missing Guru. I think it's Nacho. He's been joining and leaving again, having problems connecting to the room clearly. But he still has 5 minutes. Plenty of time. What do I do while I wait? Might as well run through all of these liveries. Have a look at what people are running. So Mafio running a very nice pastel livery on his BMW M3. Looking very sharp. A lot of testing of a hard tyre, so strategy will be a very big part, I think. And we've got York running a Gran Turismo, the GT7 themed livery on the Porsche 992. Welcome Andy, hope you are doing well. It shows Daunting. No respect for the good liveries. And we've got Ariane running a very nice purple and gold livery. That is a very nice looking livery. I do love that. Lucas running the Bilstein livery on the Z4, a classic livery, looking very good. Nathan, a teammate, is, I don't know if that's, I don't think it's the default. I don't know, I've never driven the Z4, but it does look very good. I'm actually surprised that Lucas and Nathan are running different liveries. Bandit in the McLaren, doing a nice chrome livery with chrome and red. Well, I think that's gonna have to be someone will probably have to communicate with Kedja towards that. It might look like there might be a spot. Bandit still, I mean not Bandit, sorry, Nacho still hasn't joined. So if there's a spot, you guys better hurry up, message. Actually, 16 out of 16. Looks like Nacho is attempting to join now. Is it successful? Otherwise you guys will, yeah, just have to sort that off with Kedja. I'm just here to bring you guys entertainment. Alright, I guess continue with our livery walk. Who else we got? We've got Doggy, another Z4 user, running a very simple but nice looking black and white themed livery. They join. Still, Annie left again. Still not able to join for Necho. So, yeah, we've got 1 minute left. I don't know if we're going to be waiting for him to maybe join or maybe get a reserve. Oh no. Yeah, no idea what's happening there. Alright, we've got Madhead in a Lenovo themed livery. Very red, very yellow. It'll be easy to spot. DJ Millie still rocking the best livery of the season. Clearly remembering his roots, having great success. Got a few podiums. Still running. Hello Hector. Hello Kaiser. Welcome to the jungle. Everyone else is in the pit lane, so I can't really judge their liveries. Actually, Dr. Russian is out in his Brazilian themed Ford GT. Looking very spiffy. Love this Ford GT so much. Such a great car. But if someone else drives out and allows me to see their liveries, I will review it, and it looks like Balder is next on the cards. Also running the 992, a lot of 992s here. I do think it's the meta car if I remember correctly. Balder running an orange and silver metallic-y livery. Gru will like that. A Dutchman in an orange car. Hector has joined as well, so Nacho clearly not able to join. Very sad. But at least we will have a full grid. And I am very excited for this. You're most welcome, Daunting. I love doing comms. Especially if I know that there is going to be a good set of racing. Hopefully I can do some more of them next season. Probably, it depends on what tier I'm in. But if I am still in tier 2 and no one else cares about you tier 3 drivers like I do, then I will indeed continue doing comms for tier 3. I knew you would like the livery group. It is a very nice looking livery. That is true, I couldn't agree more. The Ford is such a great car. I know it's not up there, it's not the fastest thing in this game, it's like the Corvette, but it's such a great looking car. And it's so nice to drive. I really love it. It is such a good car. And also, Hector has joined us on track, rocking the Audi R8. I actually think it's the only Audi in this field. Rocking his pink livery. Looking very nice. That is actually a really good livery. I do like that. Great job there, Hector. Exactly. The Mustang also a car I'm very disappointed in. A car I love so much to my heart. It is such a great car. But all the car choices out of the way. We are only moments away from the start of this race. Lucas on pole, Nathan in P2. The Z4s have looked really strong this whole race. In qualifying at least. It's going to be interesting to see how this start goes. It's lights out and away we go for 2 hours of Interlagos. Everybody looking to keep their positions. Will we maybe see any early moves going into turn 1? Everybody, Kajka going for a very early move on M, just unable to stay in front. Now going down to turn 2. It looks like Arion is a bit under pressure from Mefio maybe seeing a move. The BMW's already dominating. 4 of them in the top 5. Mefio very close indeed at the front. Arion going a bit wide. Mefio now right behind him. Maybe going for a move into turn 3. Arion going for a move on Nathan it looks like. But Nathan defends, closes that door. Now on the switchback. Going down to these very tight hairpin sections. Mefio going round the outside. Unfortunate not to make any moves. They're so close back, bumping each other through the corners. Heavy damage is on. That is going to make things very interesting as well. A lot of people will hesitate to go for moves, but at the front it is so tight. Mefio looking very aggressive right at the start. Well, I think everyone at the start is on actually, Lucas and Nathan both are going for the medium strategy, going for that longer stint at the start of this race, and it's showing pace-wise. Arion is so aggressive on, what am I saying? Is hunting them down, eager to get past. The pace advantage of those tyres looking very close as Nathan goes for a move on the lead. Lucas will have the switchback. Nathan goes wide, will be unsettled through the center airs. Ooh, has a very big moment there. How did he not lose that? Arion now right behind him with Mefio, almost going 3 wide to turn 2. Arion up to P2. Nathan falling down to P3. Mefio going for a move, almost making it 3 wide into, what's that, turn 4. Arion gets the lead from Nathan and Mefio. Nathan will now have the inside line. Mefio just needing to stay patient. Doggy also up there. Doggy. Mefio going for a very late move. An attempt to get past Nathan. Side by side. M and Lucas as well. Very close at the front here. Mefio side by side with Nathan. Lucas and M also side by side. Dr. Russian right in the background looking to take advantage. Big slides there. M and Lucas still side by side. These two not giving each other any room. Still side by side. M on the outside has a bit of an overrun, but Lucas has that inside line. But M gets a move done around the outside. What a nice move there, but gets a bit of a bump. Doggy also making a bit of contact, pushing them wide. Doggy looks like he's helping his fellow BMW competitor, giving him a nice bump draft. Now Dr. Russian also right behind, arriving on the party. Doggy might be going for a move on Lucas into turn 1, pulls to the inside. Doggy gets past M. Under braking now. Doggy does get past Lucas. Soft versus mediums. Matthew right behind Nathan now. Nathan doing quite well to defend for so long, but Matthew looks like he's got a very good ride. Oh, Nathan defending. Matthew deciding that he is going to go for the move up the inside. Gets the fastest first sector of the race, and nice clean move on the inside. Nice aggressive move from Matthew. Lucas now right behind Doggy. Dr. Russian so close behind also. Oh. Oh man, can finally just get a bit of a breath. That was some intensely close stuff at the start of this, man. That's what I love. Good racing, good tight racing. And while all of this is happening, Ariane just running away with it at the start. 7/10 up on the fastest lap so far. But looking like it's settling down a bit at the front. Actually, M looks like he's got a very good exit in that Honda, in the slipstream now of Dr. Russian, but Dr. Russian has a toe of Lucas. Is M going to be able to set up a move? I imagine the Ford is decently good at the start on the straights. And it does show M not catching as much as he would have liked. But he is there, and Dr. Russian also really putting on the pressure to Lucas. Those medium tyres not doing exactly what Lucas wants. He is falling down quite a few positions. It's Dr. Russian, who had a bit of a look there. It's just too far back to make a move. But he has a very, very bad exit. Now M might be able to make up a move. Goes to the outside line. Dr. Russian in theory should keep that position. Though M still has his nose. Is he maybe sending it? Ooh. Looked a bit wiggly. Looked a bit wiggly under braking. But still keeping it nice and tidy. Again, heavy damage is on, and that is definitely showing. Everybody playing it a bit more safe. Though M is really applying the pressure on Dr. Russian. M would want to work together with Dr. Russian to get past Lucas and chase after this leading pack, the top 4, as they are now creating a nice gap. Nathan and Doggy also really close together. It looks like they might be working together. Maybe Doggy in the slipstream. Can he maybe go for a move up the inside? Or is he just going to play a bit more safe, hang a bit back? Ooh, contact made. Nathan goes very wide. Doggy lucky not to get any damage from that. Very big push, and that unsets Nathan. Nathan gets a half-second penalty. That is so unfortunate. Did nothing wrong there. And while that has happened, Lucas, Dr. Russian, and M have all caught up to this podium battle. Well, daunting. I think the qualifying orders posted somewhere on the Discord. I saw it earlier because I was curious to see who would make it. I do agree with you, Tom. It is nice to see different cars, allowing people to go, faster guys to go with some slower cars, and the slower guys to go with the meta cars. Oh, man, I think I'm going to lose my voice after this race. Alright, Nathan has that half-second penalty, will lose definitely a few positions serving that, so gets overtaken by Doggy. Probably get overtaken by Lucas and Dr. Russian. If he is lucky, he'll stay in front of M. Although he is still there, he is keeping up with Lucas. and has kept it ahead of Dr. Russian. Very impressive stuff here, but Dr. Russian with a very late move had a little bit of a look into turn 1, just too far back to make it stick, but doing very well, very aggressive, but those tyres already starting to show their age as M goes very wide. Very lucky that there is such lenient track limit at the exit of turn 3. But yeah, they are keeping together with this bunch. Oh, Mafio is actually catching Arian for the lead. They have broken away from Doggy, them doing very well. Ideally, it is a long race. They would want to work together. No point having useless fights at the start and taking each other out. Go a bit further back here, see what I've missed. At the back, bend it very close to Balder. With them all on the medium tyres, so strategy is going to play a very big game. Clearly, the field clearly split. Some of them choosing to go soft, some of them choosing to go mediums. And now with those softs starting to drop, you can just see that front right on Doggy is not looking the very best condition. And Lucas and Nathan, those medium tyres, they will start to shine. The pace will start to show. Oh man, it's only been 7 laps. It's only been 9, almost 10 minutes. So much action in such a short period of time. Someone in the back with damage. I should probably check damage. Doesn't look like there is damage, but Mafio has managed to get himself a 1.5 second penalty. Must have cut turn 1, but that is a monster of a penalty. How does one even manage to get that? But he has caught up to Arian a big amount, so I imagine must have missed his braking point into turn 1. And that will definitely not help him. Luckily he's got a nice big gap to Doggy, but that will probably fall down to maybe 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds. I do agree with you, Kaiser. It is refreshing to see all of these lovely cars. No, it doesn't work. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, Tom, I think maybe if you can post your Discord username in the chat somewhere, and maybe Gru or someone can just message you the Discord link, and then you are more than welcome to come join us for more of these off-season races and join us for Season 5. Oh, and just look at that front right of Doggy and Mafio. Arian's still looking okay, but the BMW's tyre wear starting to show. And this is where the mediums will definitely become a lot stronger pace-wise. Lap times, they are similar. They are similar at the moment, although Lucas just did a 32.7 on them. So the mediums clearly having the advantage on pace. And just look, Mafio dropping back so much, already 1.6 now behind. That 1.5 second penalty definitely didn't work out for him as he definitely would have wanted. And we have a first pit stop, but Arian and Mafio, the soft runners, already coming into the pit lane. Doggy would join them. Lucas and Nathan will stay out. But our first pit stoppers of this race managed to get that soft tyre out to lap 8. 12 minutes in. Now, strategy, you want to minimize pit stops as much as possible. Will we see the hard into play? We saw in practice Mefio, before I set the stream up, Mefio was doing some testing on that hard tire. I don't know what lap times he were doing, but there's definitely a chance that the hard tire will be used. For the first time in a very long time. Kachka also catching up to M and Dr. Russian now. Madhead also right behind him. Madhead with great pace on that medium tire. Looking very strong at the moment. The focus still on the leaders, so close. See each other. Nathan will probably want to work together with Lucas. Create a gap to Dr. Russian in P3. But Dr. Russian, all the other soft runners will have to pit. Just look at the difference in tyre wear between Kachka and the Z4 and Madhead. In that Porsche, the newer cars having a very big advantage with tyre wear, as Dr. Russian and M are both into the pit lane. And I think that is all of the soft runners. And Doggy choosing to go for another set of softs. Interesting. And he did overtake Arian in the pit lane. Mighty stop there. Oh, but Arian going for full fuel and Doggy only going for half a tank. Him and Dr. Russian still in pit lane. Mefio also going for the full tank and mediums. M going for the half tank on softs, and where's Dr. Russian? Dr. Russian going for a full tank on mediums. So right, again, strategies are split. And this is also where the race can be made difficult for these tier 1 drivers, because though they did pit, a lot of guys going for a longer stint at the start of this race might start holding them up. And you don't want to waste too much time battling away. As Nathan and Lucas are showing, teamwork makes the dream work at Pandoporis. I did hope I pronounced that correctly. We're looking at the bump draft. Nathan, he did look like he wanted to maybe go for a move there. While Lucas bit out of shape, braked a little bit late. Will Nathan choose to go for the bump draft, or will Nathan go for the overtake? Well, you want to help each other, but you don't want to ruin your race. And Nathan does brake a bit earlier, really choosing to save a bit of fuel, and you can see the difference in fuel that he has already saved just by setting the slipstream and relaxing. Kachka now under pressure from Madhead. That's just those fresher tyres are showing. And Madhead also showing that he is definitely a statement. Obviously won the T2 championship. And as of the rules, he will be promoted back to tier 1. Let's go side by side with Kedra round the outside of this very long left-hander. It was just nature of the circuit not helping them, but the Porsche is very good on acceleration and has great traction. Can he maybe set it up to go for a move into turn 1? And the slipstream now got a nice gap to DJ Melly. That Z4 so strong on top speed, just pulled the gap to Madhead even in the slipstream. Definitely not something you expected to see. Oh man, just as I'm reading comments, Madhead going round the outside again. Ketchka going extra defensive now. Maybe Madhead with the switchback. Can he maybe send it up inside? Just too far back. Ketchka clearly choosing defense over attack. But Madhead looking so aggressive. Putting up a lot of pressure under Ketchka. You want to be careful. You don't want to make any dumb moves. Yeah, that is going to be very interesting, Andy. 19 laps plus fuel saving on that medium tyre. Now, one thing I do know, I don't think the Z4 is the greatest car on fuel. So it will be interesting to see how much, as Lucas did lose a position to Nathan, so they did swap round. Just look at the difference in fuel. It's very little, but when making your pit stop, that is definitely a half second, maybe even a second. At least my pit stop knowledge is very bad, which is definitely a possibility. Catch up. Ooh. Did I miss something? No, okay, I thought I missed an overtake. M now right behind Bendit and Balder on that soft tyre though, brand new softs and low fuel. We want to get past these guys as quickly as possible. And just look, being stuck behind, goes round the outside of Bendit. Can he make this move stick? Bendit not giving much room and is defending. Although M did have the outside line. Or M getting very impatient, trying to find a way past, and this is not helping his race whatsoever. As Bendit and Belder go side by side now, and this is just horrible for M. Not going how he wanted to. So eager to get past. Bendit goes a bit wide. M maybe sending it up inside of Balder. No, just too far back, but he gets a move done on Bendit, but this fighting is not what he needs. That is horrible for his strategy, but he now has the slipstream of Balder, and Bendit is right there in the background. Will Bendit maybe send it back up the inside and create a really difficult race for M? Balder defending, M forced to go around the outside, and Bendit still right there, trying to pounce on Balder. M gets the move done around the outside. Very lovely move. But that did not go how he wanted to, and just look how much Arian has now caught up to M as M goes defensive, just trying to break that slipstream maybe. And Bendit has yet to find a way past Balder. Balder being very good on defense, but that McLaren looking very strong on fuel as well. Oh, but Balder goes very wide, loses the rear end. Oh, lucky not to get damage. Almost making contact with Bendit. And that could have gone a whole lot worse for Balder. Luckily, only 20 minutes into this race, so plenty of time to make up. But damage could have ruined his race. Or made it a lot difficult. York now right behind Hector. Will be able to go around the outside. Oh, what a move from York under braking. York showing such confidence on that new medium tyre. Yeah, definitely. Guys, that was a very good move. Arian now right behind Bendit. Bendit choosing not to defend, helping out his fellow Dutch competitor, making it nice and easy. Arian flashing his indicators as a thank you. Although M still on that soft tyre, it has made his race a lot more difficult. being held up. Doggy's still up there. With that soft, not looking strong once again. Mini still looking nice and comfortable in 5th place at the moment. Madhead still behind Kachka. Trying to find a way past, but that M6, what am I saying? That Z4, not the M6. I got confused by Amondi's M6. That Z4 is very good in a straight line. So Madhead will probably be better off to try and work together with Kachka here. Nathan and Lucas. Nathan still giving the bunt draft. See, Lucas got past Nathan again. Very strategic teamwork going on here. Again, just look at the difference with Madhead and DJ Millie on the medium tyre against all these Z4s. Tyre wear not looking very good. And in a long race like this might force all the Z4s, all the older cars, to make 1 or 2 extra pit stops because of that tyre wear. Fuel also, Madhead very close once again. Trying everything just to get past Kachka. Oh, as it goes for a very late move up the inside of the final corner, but Kachka still has that overspeed and still keeps ahead of Madhead. Madhead with a very late move, maybe trying to surprise Kachka. Kachka will do one more lap. Looking at that fuel, don't think he'll be able to do maybe in one more lap if he's lucky. But lap times wise, Madhead is at least the 2nd lap faster almost. Well, now in the slipstream, Madhead is looking very close. Will he maybe send it up the inside at turn 4? He goes to the inside, but it's just too far back. As I say that, under braking, gains a very good position. Maybe Kachka still right there though. How difficult is he going to make this for himself? Low fuel. Madhead defending the inside again. Kachka still trying to go around the outside, maybe sending it back up the inside, but no. Madhead doing a very good job. Finally gets past Kachka. But now Kachka with that very nice top speed of that Z4. If he can stay with Madhead here, he could go and overtake Madhead for P3. But as I said, that fuel on Kachka is not looking very strong, and now it's going to be interesting to see where they will come out in compared to Arian and Mefio. So Lucas into the pit lane, didn't have more fuel. Nathan staying out, saving at least one more lap of fuel. But in that slipstream with Lucas, doing very well. Kachka in, Madhead in. DJ Millie will go up to P2, but looks like still has at least one lap of fuel. Doggy is in, Amondi is in, M stays out, still has a few more laps on those softs and in the fuel tank. Mefio up to P5, Arian up to P5, Kachka. I lost here. Who's Lucas? Lucas still refueling. Looks like Lucas going for a full stint. Kachka will be going for a full stint. Madhead for a full stint. Doggy looks like he's going for a full tank of fuel. And just with the split of strategy, Arian and Mefio have continue to create a very big gap to Lucas. That soft at the start of a race. Surprising, actually, how good the pace was. And at Honda, looking very good with fuel saving, although he did only go for a half tank. Nathan comes into pit lane with 0 liters of fuel in the tank. But that is exactly what you want to do. You want to save as much fuel as possible, extend your stints without losing too much time. DJ Melly also comes in. M has a 1-second penalty and goes out for another lap. But it looks like he will make it back to the pits. Arian inherits P2, Matthew in P3. Matthew on a bit. Its tyres still look a bit better compared to Arian's, but the fuel is a lot less, a bit of a lighter car. Bended up to P4 now, but is yet to make a pit stop. Dr. Russian up to P5, and this double medium stint has not worked out as well, at least in the first half hour. Did not go well as Lucas and Nathan wanted, but they come out together really close on track, and that is one thing that they definitely would have wanted. So more teamwork to come as we are almost 25% done with this race. Man, I can't believe it's only been a half hour yet. Time has flown for us, but I imagine for these drivers probably feel like they've been driving for hours. A lot of action so far. M serves his 1-second penalty and comes into the pit lane with only fumes left in the tank. Ooh, did he cross the white line? Does come in with 0 liters of fuel. And Matthew now will try and hunt down Arian for provisional lead. A very big slide there for Matthew. Dr. Russian also catching up to Bendit a very big amount. But that stability of that McLaren looking very strong. Dr. Russian maybe going for a move in the slipstream. Great top speed in that Ford, just too far back, and is forced to just stay behind him for a little bit more though. He has a good exit. Bennett went a bit wide. Dr. Russian goes to the inside line to turn 5, and it is a nice and easy move for Dr. Russian there. Bennett playing it very smart, not defending too much. Go a bit further back. Bowder into the pit lane for his pit stop. M has fallen down to P12. Doggy still in P11. So, don't think that is exactly what Doggy and M would have wanted, but it's still, like I said, early in the race, and pit stop strategies will vary. It all comes down to the final 30 minutes, I think. That is actually a very good question, Major. I've got no clue. I think I want to say yes, but it's probably have to use 2 compounds, but I could be wrong. It is a 2-hour-long race though. Yes, 2 compounds. Okay, thank you, Andy. So that answers your question, Major. You have to use 2 compounds. So Arion and Matthew, everyone that started on softs got that soft compound out of the way and might just be running full tank after full tank and just going for mediums. Ooh, very big slide there for Matthew. He is catching up to Arian. So yeah, I do think that is the strat. at least for most of his, at least for these two leaders, is get that soft compound or get that. Ooh, very big slide there for Mafio. Ooh, lucky not to bin it into the wall there. Very big moment. Mafio giving us heart attacks in M3. Exactly, Major. So I think that would probably be the strategy for Lucas and Nathan. They have only done medium stints so far, so they will probably run mediums for the entire race and then at the end go to the softs and do a final attacking push, whereas Arian and Mafio decided to get that second compound out of the way as early as possible, that soft tire, create a gap and play defensive. Now, I know at the moment they are quite spread out, but none of this really matters. It all comes down to that final 15 minutes of the race. You can be leading the whole race and lose it at the last lap. So, it's going to be very close. At least I hope it's going to be very close. Because now Lucas and Nathan are catching up to York. Both of them on fresh tyres, but it's going to be interesting on what their strategy will be to overtake York. And how much is York going to defend? York obviously on a very different strategy plan. So no point in defending too hard. Oh, Nathan is... well, not Nathan, Lucas is catching so much in the slipstream with a clean exit out of turn 3. Maybe can go for a move into turn 4. Let's see. It looks like Lucas probably got the worst exit out of the 3 of them. Nathan did catch a little bit. Oh, it's York. Ooh, it looked like he went wide. Lucky not to keep... oh, it's York defends. Puts this guy in the middle of the track. York clearly going for the I'm going to make life difficult for you situation. And this is not what Lucas or Nathan wants. You don't want to get held up. Their strategy requires clean air and teamwork. 3 wide almost into the hairpin. Now Lucas going around the outside. Can he keep it through this very fast left-hander? No, he can't. York still up the inside. Maybe going for a move through the penultimate corner. Chooses to stay behind. And with the great top speed of Z4, this should be an easy move. Lucas pulls to the inside line. Nathan now in the slipstream would probably want to bump Lucas here. Get past York as early as possible. It does look like they are doing that. Working together. Going 3 wide. Lucas just backing off though. As Nathan goes for a move on Lucas. I don't know if that was planned or not. Didn't look like it. It surprised Lucas. But they have got past York. And now they want to continue working together, hopefully. You can just see how Lucas is pushing Nathan now. So, big slide there for Lucas as well. A bit of a hiccup. A bit of a bubble in the road. But it is not the end of the world. Still a very long race. It looks like you might see a few pit stops coming from the leaders in the coming laps. Kechka and Medhead still fighting it out. These two have been glued together for this entire race so far. now slipstream Kechka can maybe think of re-overtaking Madhead. Although Madhead is so fast through that middle sector, and with the traction can just defend so easily. Doggy in P10, still looking comfortable. He's got a decent gap to Kechka and Madhead in front. It was actually Kechka tried to go for a move around the outside. Didn't quite work out for him. Oh yeah, mid-engine cars. It is the meta. Very big lag spike there. And you can just see, although you can have a bad car and a good strategy and you can still win this race. Oh, as Madhead now has a half-second penalty, probably feeling the pressure from Kechka. And now Kechka would want to just play it nice and calm. Don't want to make any stupid overtakes, lose too much time. He will inherit that P7 as Matthew now comes into the pit lane to make his third pit stop of this race. And Lucas and Nathan will inherit that position. Now, in theory, I do believe Matthew will go for another full tank stint. Go for that medium tire. And go for the full tank. I will come back to that. And it is a full tank for Matthew. Arian now has a 1 second penalty. A lot of track limit penalties. So easy to do, especially out of the exit of turn 4. You go wide by some... It's so easy to go wide there. Get yourself a big penalty. Yeah, that is going to be interesting. Will we see the hards? No, a lot of people do hate the hards, as Matthew has got a 3 second penalty for crossing that pit lane line, and that has pretty much saved Arian there with his 1 second penalty. Not losing too much time. Yeah, mid-engine cars are definitely quite good. Actually thought someone would go with the Lexus, seeing at how big of a fuel tank that thing has. But it is like Lucas goes very wide, and that surely has to be a time penalty, track limit penalty. That is very, very lucky for Lucas there. This track's track limit penalties are so weird. Honestly, it's insane. You can go so wide on the exit of turn 3. Hard outlast a full tank. That is true, Major, but one thing you can remember is you can probably double stint a hard tire, and you will lose. You'll have a lot of a what am I saying? A lot faster pit stop by not changing tires and just refueling. So it's small things like that: double stinting tires, fuel saving, tire saving. It's very interesting. Partly. Another part of the reason why I'm happy I'm not racing. as Dr. Russian and Arian are now in. And Nathan and Lucas inherit the lead of this race, although they still have a half tank. On both of them, York is up to P3 now, but we'll have to pit this lap, or the next lap. Kachka and Madhead still going hammer and tongs. These two glued to each other's bumpers. That is also true. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I'm happy I'm not doing this race. I did a bunch of 2-hour races on ACC, and there it's very easy. Just fill the tank, put like 90 liters of fuel in the tank, and just do a one-stop because the tires last very long. So yeah, I'm happy I'm not racing. Wait, with Lucas and Nathan, I imagine these two probably in a voice chat with each other will be giving lovely strategy tips. Strategy tips. Oh, tongue twister there. To each other. This is definitely a race you want a race engineer for. Oh, doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Major. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Alright, York into the pit lane. We are now 45, or almost. We are now 45 minutes into this race. Not even halfway done yet. One other thing about my 2-hour experience on ACC is the fact that we had safety cars. And of course with a safety car it's a lovely break. Don't have to focus too much, as Mefio has gotten lapped by the two leaders. Oh, that is very interesting. Randy was chasing down the lead only a few laps ago, after making his pit stop, is now lapped. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think Mefio will be too happy about that. I think that will definitely not be very motivational for him, but again, Lucas and Nathan still have to do another pit stop. Mefio as Kachka and Madhead side by side going down the main straight. Madhead finally on the attack. Kachka around the outside, such good braking power on that Z4. Can he keep it around the outside? Can Madhead get the move done on the inside? Kachka keeps the position around the outside, but is set up a bit wider on the exit of the Senna S's. Well, now down this next straight, down to turn 4. Will Madhead maybe be able to make a move? Kachka goes ultra defensive. Madhead maybe going round the outside, brakes super late. Kachka still on the inside, and Madhead just kind of squeezed out of the room. Not much he could have done there. Kachka super determined to keep that P3. And Madhead must be getting annoyed now. He's been stuck behind Kachka for so long. Finally had a chance. And just the defensive Kachka doing brilliant defense. And now Doggy has caught up, as Mefio has left the room. Oh my, what has happened there? Mefio has left the race. Big drama here. Was that on purpose? Was that disconnect? There's Madhead now once again on the inside of Kachka on the main straight. These two not giving each other any room to relax. The pressure on both sides. The same just as it was on the last lap. Ketchka on the outside, Madhead on the inside. Great braking power in that Z4. Can he get this move done? On the inside, Ketchka still keeping it around the outside. This time, still side by side. Ketchka has the bit of an overspeed, but Madhead now has the inside line down to turn 4. Will Ketchka be able to keep that move around the outside? Hector getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship there. Can Ketchka do what Madhead tried to do? Madhead goes a bit deep and gets the move done. Finally. But Ketchka with a very good run on the exit. Can he get it done again? Round the outside. Very close. Doggy has now caught up to the battle as well. Madhead now playing ultra defense. We'll maybe try and back Ketchka up to Doggy. But finally, Madhead will be very happy about that. Finally gets a move done on Ketchka. But I've got a feeling this battle is far from over, as that BMW is so strong in the slipstream. If you can just stay with Madhead, maybe look to re-overtake the position at turn 1 again. It's keys. Ooh, Madhead goes very wide, kicks up the grass on the exit, and now Ketchka will carry a lot more speed for the exit. Now in the slipstream, it's going to be very close. Will we see Ketchka go for a send up the inside? Or is he just a little bit too far back? It looks like he's a bit too far back and chooses to stay behind. And look at that front right of both of the Z4s. There's Doggy now right behind Ketchka, applying the pressure. And all of this battling is not what the Z4 wants. That front right is destroyed. And Madhead just needs to run away now. He has clear air. He needs Doggy to start making a move on Ketchka. But it looks like both of them are struggling. Oh man, I need a break. First disconnect. That is a good question. Oh no, Mafia with engine damage. That is heartbreaking to hear, man. Yeah, that is the sucker of heavy damage. The moment you get any major damage on the rear, it is basically over. Oh. As now Ketchka, just as on the corner of my eye, goes for a move and regains P3 from Madhead, and that is not what Madhead would have wanted, although Madhead now, with the slipstream down to turn 4, can maybe re-overtake, but Doggy is right there. One small mistake and he can lose 2 positions in the span of only a few corners. But Ketchka, great, very late move there for Madhead. Definitely did not expect that. Ketchka with the switchback, bit of contact there between Doggy and Madhead. And that is not what Madhead imagined it would go. Was very late on the brakes into turn 4. Don't think anyone expected it. But Ketchka with the incredible switchback to defend the position. And Madhead still has a lot of work to do if he wants to get past Ketchka, and Ketchka showing that he isn't going to make it easy. Oh man. Any minor damage? That is a good question. Daunting. Let's go through. Any damage on cars? Arian's got a 1-second penalty. Doesn't look like it. I just hope that I can actually see if a car has damage. That would be very sad if I can't see that. But if I can see it, it doesn't look like there is any major damage, or at least minor damage, to anyone. Now, Kechka and Doggy look like they will be into the pit lane at the end of this lap. Madhead can maybe extend to do one more lap, but I do doubt that. Yes, definitely. Almost halfway through, and an early retirement for Mafio. Getting engine damage. Is definitely daunting. This is a great scrap here. The battle for P3 at the moment. Man, this has been every bit as exciting as I imagined it. But right now, pit stops. Kechka will definitely be in. Doggy will definitely also be in, and Madhead also. So all three of these guys will come into the pit lane. Now, will they choose to do exactly the same? Fill up, change back to the medium tyre, go for a full tank? Or will we see something different? Half tank with softs, maybe a bit of a hard in the mix. It's going to be very interesting to see how this adds up, as Lucas and Nathan now has a 30-second gap to Arian, as Arian goes very wide. Will be lucky. Gets a 1-second penalty. Oh, that is pain. So much pain for Arian. It's going wide at turn 3, which I didn't even know was possible, to be honest. So now this is interesting. Madhead going for a full tank of fuel, but soft tyres. Now, was that a misclick? Was that on purpose? This is going to be a very interesting scrap, as Madhead is inside of Doggy. Goes for the move on the inside just as they reach the exit of the pit lane down to turn 4, and immediately gets a move done on Doggy. Has that extra grip of the softs, but has got a full tank of fuel. So Madhead clearly choosing to go use his second compound tyre in the middle of the race. Or he just got tired of getting stuck behind Kechka the whole time and just wants to create a bit of a gap for himself. Which is possible. Or in the lead, Lucas comes into the pit lane. Arian now goes through the Senna S. Imagine Lucas. Arian will get the move done. Though it's a very long pit exit. So what is the gap to Lucas and the car ahead? There was about a 10-second gap between Dr. Russian and Arian. So you lose about 42, 44, about there, in going for a pit stop, full fuel and tyres. That's going to be very interesting to keep in mind. Lucas now, well not Lucas, Nathan comes into the pit lane to make his pit stop. And while I look away, Madhead has gotten past Kechka and clearly just wants some clean air. There's definitely, Kaiser, some exciting battles, especially between these two, Madhead and Kechka. Love seeing such good clean battles. Ooh, is very wiggly on the exit. Being the Kechka, oh, not Kechka, Madhead with it. Oh, as Bender goes very defensive. And that's definitely not what Madhead would have expected to see. And now Kechka with a great exit because of that compromised line from Madhead goes side by side, bit of contact made on the main straight. We might go 3 wide here. They are going 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. They go 4 wide almost into turn 1. Doggy just backs out, playing it a bit more safe. Kechka, oh, there's contact, but a sliding there. Madhead gets it done round the outside. This was a very close battle. How has there not been damage from this bunch yet? Madhead has got the move done, but now it's Kechka and Doggy as they're side by side. Bended maybe sending it back up the inside of Madhead. Ooh, maybe so close to making contact. Now Kechka round the outside for the next corner. Doggy almost making it 3 wide. Oh, man, you guys are going to make me... you guys are going to take away my voice. As now Doggy, oh, Bended again, trying to send it back up the inside of Kechka. Kechka gets the move done. Doggy now stuck round the outside. Maybe we'll have the inside for the next corner and gets a move done. Oh, oh my word. Great racing there. How none of them have managed to get damage from that, or even crash out, is insane. M comes into the pit lane, but holy. As now Doggy pulls alongside Kechka on the main straight. 2 Z4s brawling it out. Doggy on the inside, Kechka round the outside. He's been round the outside so many times. Doggy gets the move done before they even reach turn 1. Goes to the inside line, and that is a nice clean overtake for Doggy as M now comes out of the pit lane. Probably very happy. However, he is close. It is very close. Not too far behind. And has a very big gap. Oh, big gap. A lot of cars to overtake. And he has gone for a soft tyre. Another half tank of fuel and soft tyre stint. But he has a lot of traffic to overtake. Oh. Oh, thank you guys. I'm not going to have them. I'm not going to be able to talk tomorrow. Otherwise we'll be completely gone. Oh. Full damage could be the way for Season 5. I think the stewards will definitely be considering it, especially T2 stewards. I think what they'll probably end up doing is just adding full damage only for Tier 2. Tier 3 and Tier 1 can have their medium minor damage, but only Tier 2 gets full damage. It'll be very interesting. But I do think we'll have a lot of rage quits, a lot of reprimands giving up that season, because you get the tiniest bit of engine damage. You get one tiny bit of engine damage and people will just rage quit every single race. But Tier 2 stewards would probably just be a lot happier giving out reprimands every single race than having such stupid incidents. Oh man, Major, you're gonna make life difficult for us, mate. Alright. Back to focusing on the lead. Nathan and Lucas doing very well. Obviously, only made their pit stops a few laps ago and is only 15 seconds behind Arian. So, this is going to be interesting, and they are catching up to Dr. Russian. So how will they manage? How will they manage to get past Dr. Russian? And how much will Dr. Russian defend? This is all very close, as I see just on the minimap, on the main straight, the amount of cars that are like bunched up together is insane. Going through that final corner. Oh man. There's Madhead right behind DJ Millie now, his fellow 911 user. Although it is softs versus mediums. Going to the inside line, this should be a classic overtake. Very nicely done there. To Madhead, DJ Millie, they have a lot of room. Knows that that's not his fight. No need to waste nonsense battles on a fight you're never going to be part of. Well, not part of at the moment. But a fight that is happening at the moment is this battle between Madhead, Doggy, and Kechka. So, how much is DJ Millie going to be an influence to this very good battle that's been going on for like the last 40 minutes? There's also, I don't think I've mentioned it, we are now past the halfway point. 50% done of this race. And man, what a roller coaster of a ride it's been so far. Don't give the stewards any stupid ideas, Daunting. Heavy damage sounds fun. And then the moment you get engine, I think everybody will probably just go for mid-engine cars then. Because you don't want heavy damage, heavy engine damage. It would not be fun going like 100 miles an hour on the straight when everyone else is doing 180. Oh, Doggy's still stuck behind DJ Millie. Millie goes very wide. On the exit, this might be Doggy's chance. How much is DJ Millie going to defend? Doggy very early to go to the outside line. DJ Millie not having much choice, but gets a move done under braking. Oh, and that is such a great move from Doggy round the outside. And that is class. Pure class. Exactly, Kaiser. I couldn't have said it better myself. As M now is caught up right to the back of Kachka. Oh, going for the inside. Very early I saw a bit of smoke. Was there contact? Was there contact with damage? Just looked like a bit of tyre on tyre contact. Very brave move for M to go there. Lucky not to get damage from that, but oh man, this train is so funny. Very big battle. I don't see if I can give some attention to any battles happening at the back. Don't see much at the moment. Everyone kind of having their own little race. Although here in the top 10, it is absolute drama. So much action everywhere. It is insane. Now M on the soft tyre against Kachka on the mediums. How easy is this going to be for M, or how difficult? Oh, excuse me there. Because M, looks like there might have been a little bit of contact. M with the switchback. Had a very big snap there. Lost all sorts of overrun he had. Again with the switchback. Now forced to go around the outside on the soft tyre. Maybe go to the inside to the final corner. Ooh, Doggy. Well, not Doggy, Kachka. Very late move there. Move his car right in the middle of the track. Now M in the slipstream is very close behind. Although Kachka has a tow from DJ Millie, so this might not be as easy for him, especially on how efficient that Z4 is in the slipstream. Just look at that. M not able to catch up at Doggy. The Doggy has caught up to DJ Millie a very big amount. As Bandit now comes into the pit lane for his next stop. Kechka now right behind DJ Millie. Is he close enough? He looks close enough. Going for a move on the inside onto turn 4. Another clean move. DJ Millie still had a bit of a run on the outside. Doggy now has got a 1 second penalty, and that will put him right back in the clutches. M gets past DJ Millie. So does Kechka, but DJ Millie not putting up too much of a fight. It's going to be interesting now, as Arian, the race leader, comes into the pit lane for his next stop. Actually, looking at the tyres, at least on Arian's Corvette, they don't look too bad. I reckon you could probably double stint a set of hard tyres on 2 tanks of fuel. Whereas actually Lucas right behind Dr. Russian now. Nathan has got the move done. Lucas looking super aggressive. Eager to get past, pulls to the inside. Dr. Russian not putting up too much of a fight. Lucas underbraking, gets the move done. And that is decently new tyres. This is pretty worn down ones. And Dr. Russian thinking better of wasting useless fights. Doggy, after serving his penalty, still in P6, but Kechka has caught up by a very big amount. Aim also right there in the distance. DJ Millie still there, and now Arian comes out of pit lane but is right behind. This very big battle. Ooh, very big snap there for Arian. How has he managed to keep onto that? What a big save. And that could have gone so easily wrong and ruined any chance he had at a win. But now M and Kedja really close, neck and neck. Ooh, bit of contact there. M forced onto the grass. But even being forced onto the grass, gets the move done on the inside. Very good move there from M, and now has his eyes set on Doggy. How quickly is he going to catch up though? And with that, Arian now right behind is caught up to this very big pack in the slipstream. Oh, wow. That is exactly my thoughts, Kaiser. This is such a great battle. And this battle between Doggy, Madhead has created a nice gap now. But this battle in the midfield has been going on since like the 20th minute mark. Kechka has not gotten any opportunity to be in free, clean air, just have a nice quiet stint. He's just been part of non-stop battles, which is kind of what you want as well. Keep your mind occupied. As those soft tyres not looking too great, but the mediums of Doggy are in similar condition. Although M on low fuel, Doggy still has a bit under half a tank. And Dr. Russian into the pit lane. And I think he... Ooh, very big slide there for Doggy. This should, in theory, be a very easy overtake for M in the slipstream now. How much will Doggy defend? Defend to the inside and force M to the outside. I'll let M have the inside, but Doggy's still gaining time, even though M is in the slipstream. Defends to the inside, pulls back to the normal racing line, and M is just too far back. That Z4 is insanely good in a straight line here. Very impressive from Doggy. And from the... I keep saying M4, I do realize that. That's Z4. Looking very strong. It's great on brakes and has a very good top speed. And M just can't find any way past. Now Doggy defends to the inside line, will force him to go around the outside. And Doggy's still being able to keep the position. And this is definitely annoying M, because he is just wasting away those soft tires, not doing what he needs to, not chasing after Madhead like he has to. It's just not gone the way of M, as he has again on the inside line. A bit of contact made, and Doggy's still ahead. Doggy playing a defensive masterclass, as Arian now right behind Kechka. With the power of the Corvette, fresh tyres, I think it should be a pretty easy overtake. Although that is what we thought between M and Doggy is still ahead of M, as Madhead now comes into pit lane to get off of those soft tyres. Probably could do 1 or 2 more laps, but the lap times are looking exactly the same as on mediums. DJ Millie also into the pit lane, as Arian now pulls to the inside of Kechka, gets the move done with a ooh, big snap there for Kechka. Almost looked like he would almost took out Arian there. And M still stuck behind Doggy. Insane stuff. Oh, but he finally pulls alongside just as I look away to see if there were any comments. Great move. Well done to M. Finally gets past Doggy. But that has wasted all of the soft tyres and the fuel. And that has not gone the way of M. Arian also now right behind. Doggy will have a nice tow. I imagine M will be into pit lane at the end of this lap. He does go into pit lane. And that is a good move. Great strategy, right? Great strategic play from Doggy. Defending, allowing M to waste up all of his tyres and all of his fuel. That is very, very nice. Should probably get a charger. My phone is almost dead. Someone carrying a penalty, that's probably all news. Couldn't agree more, daunting. York comes into pit lane, almost no fuel left. Yeah, sorry, I had my phone just turned off for some reason. I couldn't see comments, so I do apologize for that, and I actually have to get a charger for that. I will be back in 2 seconds. Let me just, I don't want my phone to die. Okay, I'm back. Oh, apologies for that. I had to get a charger. But now I can see you guys all clearly without my phone dying. So, as I look away, Arian now right next to Doggy, side by side, fresh tyres. This is old tyres, and Doggy still defending like his life depends on it. Doing very well and making life difficult for everyone that is coming across on track. Oh man. Now Arian in the slipstream, but Corvette has great power in a straight line. That Z4 has shown to be quite decent in a straight line as well. In the slipstream now, can Arian catch enough? No, still too far behind. Is everyone still on the lead lap? That is a good question. So let's see, lap 50 of the Russian doing lap 50, York and Madhead. Ooh, very close battle here as I'm scrolling through. York and Madhead all very close to each other. I will get back to your question in a moment, Daunting. This is too good to be true battles. As York, well, not York, pulls to the inside line of Madhead, and York follows him through. Madhead with the switchback, maybe. As there's contact, maybe. Looks like a bit of ping contact. Was very close. As York falls back down behind Madhead. Has gone for another soft. So that does make sense with this battle between York and Madhead. And the Mondi now catching up as well. Very close indeed. York on very fresh tyres, just came out of the pit lane. Madhead slightly worn tyres, but are warmed up. Excuse me. Alright, back to our lap hunt. So, at the moment, it looks like Bendit is lapped, Valde. So, everyone from P12 and down. So, Valde, Bendit, and Hector are all been lapped by Nathan. I'm gonna go back, see this battle. That is true, Daunting. Very different strategies. Well, very similar strategies, sorry. Very similar strategies, but choosing to go for different points, different times to use their soft tyre. And that can make things very interesting. We'll go back to the lead. Arian has gotten past Doggy. Doggy comes into the pit lane. Kachka also joins him. So, this is going to be interesting. Where will Doggy... Ooh, as there's a pretty big lag spike there. Where will Doggy come out compared to Madhead? As these two have been fighting hammer and tongs earlier. Pit crew still waiting for Doggy to show up. He has just showed up. As Madhead approaches the start-finish line. Doggy now adding fuel. Madhead goes past the start-finish line. Does get past, but of course people exiting the pit lane have a bit of an advantage. Now Doggy will exit the pit lane, and it looks like Madhead has got a nice gap towards Doggy. That's soft tyre. Madhead choosing to go for the soft tyre at the right time, it looks like. creating a nice gap to Doggy and Kechka. But of course, I don't think Doggy or Kechka has used softs in this race so far, so they're definitely saving that till the end of this race. And now Nathan looks like he's broken away from Lucas. Lucas still has a very big fuel advantage. So we'll be very close at the end. 37 minutes left of this race. Might as well give you guys a run through of positions. So after 1 hour and 23 minutes, Nathan leads the way with a 4-second gap to Lucas and 26 seconds ahead of Arian in P3. P4, Dr. Russian having a pretty lonely race, not having much action, but that is not too bad. M is in P5, going for a different strategy to everyone else, going for a lot more soft tyres. Well, a lot of the other guys stick with that medium. Redhead is P6, only a second behind, or second in front of York, who is P7. Amondi is up to P8, who will probably make a pit stop at the moment, this lap. Doggy 5 seconds behind in P9. Kechka P10 and DJ Mini really close behind in P11. Balder is P12 at the moment and has a pretty big gap to any battles. Bendit with a half-second penalty is P13, and Hector in last place, or in P14. And of course, in last place will be Mefio with a retirement. Oh, Doggy has done 2 soft stints. Yes, thanks for that. Vaunting. I do have the memory of a goldfish, especially when commentating. Kechka still yet to use a soft set, so he is definitely saving that for the end of this race. Doggy, as I've been informed, has used his at the start and has done 2 stints on soft already. Amondi comes into the pit lane, is on 0 litres of fuel. Definitely wouldn't be able to make another lap. And Nathan comes into the pit lane. Lucas will stay out for another lap. And I think for the first time... Oh no, okay, never mind. I wanted to say for the first time I don't have any action on track. But that is not true. DJ Millie is right behind Kechka now, glued to the rear bumper. Running less fuel and a bit more worn tyres. But the pace clearly showing to be pretty good. Because the Kechka only pitted a few moments ago. But I'll come back to them in a moment. I want to see where Nathan will come out compared to everyone else. Looks like he will come out in P3. Yes. So Nathan comes out in P3, so Lucas would also be around that area. We're very close. Very interesting on strategy, as Arian is 25 seconds behind Lucas. He has a lot more fresh tyres, a lot more fuel. But Nathan is only 10 seconds behind Arian and has just done his pit stop and has gone for the soft tyre. I just realised that. Nathan has gone for the soft tyre. So, choosing to go for the very fast tyre. Still half an hour before the end of the race. Lucas now comes into the pit lane. Arian will inherit P1, that is without a doubt. But Nathan already caught up 2 seconds. Choosing to go full push and catch up to Arian. This is very interesting. Lucas now. Will Lucas go for the same strategy? Or will he choose to go a bit longer? Goes for half tank, so that is a soft set of tyres. Oh, isn't this interesting? So Nathan P2, Lucas comes out in P3. It is on the soft tyre. We will have to keep an eye out for this battle in the front as York and Madhead very close. That is definitely true, daunting. Looking very feisty. Nathan already on pitted a bit of a lap ago and is already 3 seconds faster than Arian. Has caught up 3 seconds. I'm getting excited for this. This is going to be good. M looks like he'll come in at the end of this lap. Maybe one more. If he has the fuel. Medhead right behind York. Both on similar strategies. Tyres looking pretty similar, but York has a lot more fuel, so York will definitely extend that stint. But Madhead in the slipstream is looking very feisty, and he's only 4 tenths down on the fastest lap of this race, and he's on medium tyres. That is insane. The slipstream, ooh, kicking up a bit of gravel, a bit of grass. That's 14 probably down on his personal best. Sorry, my mistake. Let's look up. Already Nathan now only 6 seconds behind Arian. 2 to 3 laps ago it was on 10, so has already gained 4 seconds. Ooh, this is going to be very, very interesting. And it's still chasing down York though for P6. The 2 Porsches. On paper, the meta car for this track. Madhead has been doing all the attacking this evening. Whereas Madhead goes with a bit of a narrower line, gets the undercut on York. Now really close behind. If Madhead can get a good exit, he's definitely going to go for a move into turn 1. Oh, but York looked like he got a very good exit. And that is a pause on Madhead's advance at the moment. M comes into the pit lane to make, I don't even know how many pit stops this has been so far. Definitely quite a few. Nathan now only 4 and a bit seconds behind Arian. Of course, you can never count out the reigning Tier 3 champion. Goes to the inside, defends. Madhead forced to go around the outside. And York continues to defend. Oh, but it goes very wide. This will allow Madhead to carry a lot more speed through the exit. Madhead were trying to find a gap on the inside, but York defends, forced to go to the outside. And this reigning Tier 3 champion, York, is showing everyone in Tier 2 that he has pace. And he is definitely a threat, and his defense is very good. These two still glued to each other's bumpers. Madhead trying to find a way past the two champions of Season 4, going hammer and tongs. Great stuff. Now Madhead looks like he got a much better exit than he did on the last lap. Maybe in the slipstream. He's still away behind, but he is catching York, defending very early to the inside. Madhead will be forced to go around the outside. York moves to the middle of the track, but Madhead has a lot better run. The track is more open and has a very good exit out of the center S's through turn 3. Now approaching turn 4 in the slipstream. York instantly defends the inside line. Madhead once again forced to go round the outside, but brakes very late. So close. York riding the curb still keeps P5. Some great battling, great attacking from Madhead, great defense from York. These two champions showing us exactly how you should race. Tier 2 drivers should take notes here. How to attack and defend without crashing into each other. Alright, as Arian now comes into the pit lane. I didn't see what the gap was, but I imagine it was pretty close. So, what tyres will he be going for? They're still going at it now. Madhead is the closest he's been on the last few laps. Forced to go around the outside once again, but York has been so good on that inside line. Madhead opening up the corner a lot more with that wider entry, carrying a lot more speed through the exit. Now through turn 3, glued to each other's bumpers. York immediately defends to the inside line and defends all of the inside line. Madhead again forced around the outside. Underbraking contact made, and that was some heavy bit of contact. How has there not been damage? York still keeps the position. But man, these two not leaving any room. And this is some great fighting. You guys are bringing a very big smile to my face to witness this. This is awesome. These two on very similar tyre wear. Very similar strategies and leaving no room or error. And man, Madhead has been doing all of the attacking so far this race and has not been rewarded by positions. Whereas now Madhead is so close. This is probably the closest, very close to last lap. Pulls to the outside line, under braking once again. York doing the same thing he's done for the last 4 laps, and it is still working to perfection. He has a bit of a wider line, or compromise York through turn 3, but immediately defends the inside. Madhead has nothing can do, braking round the outside. Maybe with a switchback, if you get it right. Ooh, very wiggly there on the exit. And these two still. Madhead can't find a way past, and York is so cool under pressure, but York goes wide. This will give Madhead a very good opportunity, but is just too far behind. Madhead pushing York through the corners, so close. And man, Arian, the net race leader, or the leader before he came into pit lane, will be catching these two at a very big rate of knot. Oz, Madhead finally goes up the inside, found room, made a bit of contact. Now York, but York has that has that slipstream on the main straight. Madhead would defend this with his life. Doesn't want to get overtaken like he did with Doggy. Immediately defends to the inside line. York, if he wants to regain this position, will be forced to go around the outside, but he isn't as close as he would have wanted to be. But York carrying so much speed through the outside line, pushing Madhead through turn 1. Or York using all the curb on the entry of turn 3. Madhead immediately defending the inside line, showing York exactly what it was like for the last few laps. But York not close enough, and that is... But Madhead on the curb, on the exit, goes very wide, just will allow York up the inside, will now be round the outside, has a very nice gap, very nice lead, and regains the position. Man, oh man. Just as Madhead thought, he finally got it, make the tiniest bit of mistakes, went wide on that exit curb, had no grip, and York said thank you very much and regains P3. And now Arian right behind on fresh rubber. He's gone for another set of medium tyres. Only 20 minutes left of this race, so this is where the final stint will play a very big game. Now Madhead still stuck behind York. Thought he had the move done, but York had other ideas. Now on the slipstream again, York on the defense. Madhead doing exactly what he's done for the last few laps, which is round the outside at turn 1, but can't make it stick. York looked like he had a very nice run through turn 2 and has a nice gap to Madhead. Stays to the right hand side. I don't think he believes Madhead is close enough, and he was correct. And now Arian has arrived on the scenes. Fresh tyres were very wide though. That could be a half-second penalty. It looks like he was safe. Now Madhead has to focus on attacking and defending at the same time. Oh my. 20 minutes left of this race. Lucas comes into the pit lane, has a gap of 40 seconds to York. And that is about 43 seconds, 42 seconds to Arian. So this three-way fight for the podium is about to become a five-way battle, a four-way battle for P2, and a few laps of five-way fight for the win of this race. Although Madhead right now does not have enough fuel, probably want to pit. Goes out for another lap. If I were Madhead, I would have gone for the undercut there. Let York and Arian fight it out and lose time. But Lucas into the pit lane will come out, and I imagine that might be the final pit stop of this race. Lucas comes onto the back straight. 4 cars in the battle for P2. Arian and Lucas. Lucas just coming out right behind Arian, but Arian has 2 cars that are very feisty in front of him. Lucas will want to gain everything as Arian goes wide, and Lucas is gifted that provisional win, or provisional P2. Lucas still leading the races. Luke, oh my word. Madhead get pushed out of the way. Lucas finding a way very early to get past, getting pushed along by Arian. Now, Nathan into the pit lane. Where will he come out compared to all of these fighters? Arian done his final pit stop. Lucas done his final pit stop. York and Madhead still has to pit. But this is looking like it's going to be a three-way fight for the lead. Nathan finally goes to the soft tyre. Has not used any sets of softs this entire race. Is now who's so York into the pit lane. Madhead into the pit lane. So it will be between these two and Nathan. Oh, Nathan already was on the soft. Sorry, he was on the soft. He went back to the mediums. But he has a nice gap to Lucas in P2 and Arian in P3. And this is going to be an all-out brawl till the end of this race. Doggy also arriving on the scenes, but I think he will have to make another pit stop before that race. Why have my camera just died there? But Nathan, with that gap, has pulled out a 5-second lead to Lucas. And now Lucas is tasked with this massive defense job of Arian. Arian carrying a lot less fuel, but is on slightly more worn mediums. At a bit of a wide moment on the exit, is so close to Lucas. But we've seen this whole race that these Z4s are quite tricky to overtake. They're fast, just in the right places. And man, this can go very closely indeed. Arian now right in the slipstream. But that BMW so fast in the straight line. The battle for P2. Nathan will have to make some very big mistake to fall into the clutches of these two. Just needs to keep his cool. Still 15 minutes left of this race though. It'll be very tight at the end, and Nathan will have the freshest tires. Nathan and Lucas repeating their brilliant season. Strategy wise is perfection. Put your bets in the comments. Who will be the top 3 at the end of this race? Still 15 minutes left now. Super close. The sun is starting to set. And it's going to be a final lap dash at night. Yes, couldn't agree more, Kaiser. This has been a great race so far. Alright, I should probably stop reading comments and focusing more on the battles. So Doggy is catching, but has to make another pit stop. Ketchker also has to make a pit stop. Dr. Russian looks like he's set to the end of this race. So is York. So is Madhead. M also will be a tight ask to get gone for another set of soft tyres. Amondi said to the end. Melly said to the end. Amondi might have to do another pit stop. Balder also is going to be very close for him. Bender set to the end, and Hector will be coming into pit lane at the end of this lap. As I look away, Lucas and Arian side by side into the hairpin. Lucas on the defense will be defending for his life. Super close between these two, only 2 tenths apart. Those slightly fresher tyres of Lucas is definitely helping him, but Arian has a very slightly lighter car with that fuel. Back onto the main straight. Ooh, Lucas is having a bit of a wiggly exit, but compared to Arian, was better. He's clawed 3 tenths through that final few corners, through this final sector. And while this battle is happening, Nathan is just continuing to run away with it. It is all in the hands of Lucas. It's going to be a Z4 1-2 or not. 12 minutes left of this race, or 30 minutes and a few seconds. It is so tight. Arian is going to have to find some way past Lucas, some way to make a mistake, or some way to cause Lucas to make a mistake. It's going to be so close. Lucas now just creating a little bit of a gap. Now up to 6 tenths. Seven tenths now. So Arvo's tyres of Arian, they're still in good condition, but is he starting to feel it? Is the pace starting to drop off ever so slightly? It is going to be a very close race. Now 7 tenths of a second. Arian's going to have to find a very good lap. Although he's only 3 tenths slower on the last lap compared to Lucas. Doggy is into the pit lane. Well, that will promote Dr. Russian to P4. Oh man, Arian has gained so much time through that Senna S, through that first sector, clawing back about 3 tenths. So close. Now only 3 tenths. Oh, but Arian goes very deep, kicking up the grass. You don't want to make small mistakes like that. Although Nathan isn't running away with it. Lucas is catching very slightly, but he is catching. 10 minutes left of this extremely exciting race, and we couldn't have asked for a better end to it. Arian still on the charge to get past Lucas, 7 tenths behind. Lap times wise, only half a tenth slower on the last lap compared to Lucas. Arian has shown that Corvette is really strong through the first sector. Although Lucas has had a really good run through that first sector, and Arian hasn't caught as much time as he would have wanted, and there's now almost a second gap between Arian and Lucas. Just quickly scan for any battles. Very close here between the battle for P5, York, Doggy and Madhead, all very closely bunched together. Doggy on the softs, York on the mediums, Madhead also on the softs. So Doggy will be catching and will be very happy to grab that P5 away from York. Any other battles? Doesn't look like it. So Lucas still creating that gap. He is catching Nathan ever so slightly every lap, about 2 tenths every single lap. There's now a second gap to Arian behind. Let's see, lap times wise, a 32.8 for Lucas, a 33.1 for Arian, and a 33 dead for Nathan. So Lucas, on paper, every lap is about 2 tenths faster. But is it too little, too late for Lucas to have a shot at this win? Go back here to Doggy. Doggy has caught up right to the back of York, pulls to the inside line on the main straight. In theory, should be an easy move for Doggy. Soft tyres, it's mediums, inside line, and gets a move done. before he even reaches the start-finish line. Will York have another look? Just too far back, and that is game, set, match for Doggy on P5. But the battle's not over yet. Madhead will still be chasing down York for P6 to have supremacy in the Porsche battle. It'll be close there. But the main event is still at the front of the field. Lucas now only 17th in front of Arian. Arian having a very good middle sector. Well, Lucas actually having a pretty bad one, as Nathan has gained about 17th. This lap does a 33 dead, compared to Lucas, who does a 33.7, and Arian with a 33.2. So close. 8 minutes left of this race. I think now reality might be starting to set into Lucas. You might be thinking that the win is out of reach, but P2 is still on. Arian pushing so hard. Tires are a lot more worn though compared to Lucas. But that Z4 has shown not to be the kindest thing on its tires this race. But Arian's so close behind. Only 4 tenths now. Goes for such a wide line through the exit. Lucas gains a few more time. Lucas gained about 4 tenths through that middle sector. It is so close between these two. One tiny mistake and it's over. 5 minutes left, and there is no margin for error. That is hilarious, daunting. Alright, now Arian's still 8 tenths behind Lucas. Is catching, had a nice run through the Senna S's. Doesn't look like there will be any traffic for the front runners. So it's just a pure brawl till the end. Pure pace. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think those tyres of Arian are starting to set in. The reality of those tyres, the wear, it's not going the way he wanted to at the moment. Lucas pulls that gap now back up to a second. And this is so close. It looks like Lucas just mildly got a better exit than Arian, but Arian has that slipstream. Though it is a very little amount of slipstream. He is catching 33 dead for Arian. 33 dead for Lucas, 33-1 for Arian, 33-2 for Nathan. Very consistent lap times here for Lucas, doing exactly what he needs to. Stay consistent, not make any mistakes. And the win will gift itself. Or a good result will gift itself, that's what I should actually say. Only 2.5 minutes left of this race. So incredibly close. All Nathan has to do is just keep it clean, not make any mistakes. and the win is in his pocket. Lucas needs to do exactly the same, but he has to keep a very angry looking Corvette behind him. These two are so tight on lap times. 2 minutes left, and it is still so close. We'll just fall back a bit. Have a look at any battles. Madhead isn't catching as much as he would like, but those soft tires not looking too good at the moment. Kajka might be in trouble, doesn't have the greatest amount of fuel left, neither does M, but the race only 1 and a bit more minutes left. But I will keep my attention up here, as it is definitely the closest battle. Oh, well, you did daunting. You did send it. But it's alright. Alright. 30 seconds left of this race. So Nathan will start his final lap of the race. So will Lucas. And so will Arian. And that will be it. So Dr. Russian will be our first racer to cross the line and finish this race, but the battle is still on. Arian needs a mistake from Lucas to get that P2. It is going to be so close. 17th now, flashing the lights, trying to distract any other close battles. Manhood has a second penalty. Okay, so no. Arian still in that 17th margin. Will be pushing and pushing. He has to do full quali laps now on pretty used set of tires. He won't lose any more positions. And he can still gain one, and he needs Lucas to make a mistake going through these final couple of corners. But Lucas is just staying calm and collected, has pulled that 17th gap now back to a second. But I'll go to this man, has done brilliant teamwork. Started P2 and will come home in P1. Great race there from Nathan. Lucas will come home P2. Had a great fight, defended it all. Arian P3, Dr. Russian P4, Doggy P5, York P6. But my oh my, what great racing. We'll go to the results. So, an amazing race for Lucas. Gets the win by almost 6 seconds. Well, amazing win for Nathan, not Lucas. Sorry, Nathan gets a win. Lucas P2 gets a Z4 1-2. Arian tried everything to get past Lucas, but just didn't have enough. Dr. Russian P4 had a very lonely race, not much action. Doggy P5 had some great battles and gets the fastest lap, but only by the slightest bit. York comes home in P6 and Madhead in P7. Kajka comes home in P8, M in P9, DJ Melly P10, Valder P11, Bender P12, Amondi P13, Hector P14, and Mafio comes home in P15 with 8 DNF. But man, this has been probably one of the most fun races I've ever commentated on. You're most welcome, Nathan. You can hire me anytime to be a race engineer. Apparently I'm really good at it. Oh man, thanks to you guys, I'm not going to have a voice tomorrow. Gonna be completely gone. Oh man, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Congratulations to Nathan and Lucas and Arian and everyone who completed this race. I know from personal experience 2-hour races are a very big pain and can be very difficult. So congratulations to everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am now probably going to go make me a cup of tea with some lemon to help with my voice. But enjoy the celebrations. I will see you guys probably for round 1 in season 5. But thank you guys for watching. If you're new, like and subscribe. Discord link is in the server or in the bio. And I will see you guys next time. Ciao, everyone.